Isang mapagpalang umaga at gabi po sa inyo lahat, mga kaibigan, katinig, and everyone watching right now dito sa TalakBayan sa TINIG Pinoy Radio. Kasama po natin dito sa ating palatuntunan ngayon ang aking co-host, Dina O'Brien. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Dina.
Magandang umaga, Kuya Dan, at magandang gabi po sa dako ng Pilipinas. Kami po ulit ay sumasa inyo sa TalakBayan, TINIG Pinoy, at kami ni Kuya Dan, samahan nyo kami ulit sa ating mga usapin sa araw na ito.
Maraming salamat, Dina. Ano ang TESDA? Sino ang pwedeng mag-enroll sa TESDA? Libre ba ang TESDA Courses? Paano mag-enroll sa TESDA? Ano ang courses na available sa TESDA? Ang mga katanungan yan po ay hahanapin natin ang kasagutan sa pamamagitan ng ating interview today sa Deputy Director po ng TFD ng TESDA. Wala pong iba kung hindi si Deputy Director General Lina Sarmiento. Magandang umaga po or gabi sa inyo dyan, Director Lina.
Magandang umaga sa inyo dyan. I'm so happy to be here.
Sa amin po ang karangal ang makasama namin kayo ngayong umaga. At kasama din natin ang ating kaibigan from the office of Dole. She is a well-known personality in the Philippines and has very good activities promoting the benefit of our OFWs. Wala pong iba kundi kaibigan natin from New York, Gemma Soto. Magandang umaga po sa iyo, Ma'am Soto.
Magandang umaga po.
Good morning, Kuya Dan. Good morning sa inyo at sa mga, of course, kay Didi Jelina. Thank you for joining us kahit gabi na po dito. At sa lahat na nakikinig, we're very excited to listen to your questions or anything that TESDA and the Office of Dole can help. Good evening po.
Ayan. Ang TESDA po, Deputy Director General Lina Sarmiento, ano po ang goal? Why is TESDA in place? It is, I understand, an agency of the government. So, nagre-report siya sa Executive Department.
Ang TESDA ay isa sa kaskabilang dun sa ating tinatawag na trifocalized education, di ba? Trifocalized yung educational system natin dito sa Pilipinas. And we have DepEd and CHED. And in between, you have TESDA, no?
Opo.
So, after senior high school, if they want to go to TechBook or Technical and Vocational Education, they can go to TESDA, or they could go to CHED, to the universities which are under the CHED. So yun yung TESDA in between. But of course, ang TESDA is more on the technical and vocational education.
Opo.
Diba? Sa ibang bansa, ito yung mas priority nila rather than college, no? I think in some countries, especially in Europe, mas maraming pumupunta sa TechBook kaysa sa universities kasi yan yung trabaho. Very much in demand yung mga may skills.
Right.
Kasi kung ako if I am the manufacturer, I would prefer skilled workers rather than yung mga graduates. No? So yun yung TESDA. Isa siya sa tatlong miyembro ng ating trifocalized educational system.
I see. So, maganda po nabanggitin nyo kanina na maraming mga bansa, even in Europe, na ang focus nila is more on vocational and technical education. I attended one of my young children's graduation before the pandemic. At napansin ko doon, yung mga graduates, nire-report kasi when they are introduced, pagpunta nila sa stage, nire-report kung anong kukunin nilang kurso. Napansin ko doon, at medyo nagkunotang noo ko, sabi ko, wow, in Canada, and you're talking of Canada, one of the G7 nations, ang mga karamihan doon sa mga estudyanteng gumraduate ng high school, ang pupuntahan nila ay mga technical at saka mga vocational courses. So, bakit hindi ang Pilipinas? Lalo na ang Pilipinas, di ba? And for the information of those who are listening right now, and I know a lot of our kababayans are always interested, dito po sa Canada, basta blue collar po ang pagpasok ninyo, you are very much welcome. Hinahanap yan ng maraming employers dito. Yung mga tubero, yung mga roofers, yung mga refrigeration technicians. These are all courses relevant to the ones being offered by TESDA. Hindi po ba, Director Lina?
Yeah, totoo yan. It's really very true dahil talagang kung titingnan mo, mas maraming requirements yung para sa mga skilled workers, di ba? At dito sa atin, dito sa Pilipinas, parang merong meron sa society natin na palaging gusto college graduate, no? Pero makita mo, karamihang college graduate, hindi naman yung trabaho nila, hindi related dun sa pinag-aralan.
Natumbok po ninyo.
Yeah, tama po. Kasi parang yung parang vocational
they look down on the vocational education.
Correct. Yun ang gusto kong sabihin.
Kasi, parang gusto pagka nakatapos ng college, merong mga parang lapida sa mga bahay. If you
totoo yun.
Hindi mo inaabot yung ganung panahon na may lapida sa bahay, attorney at law.
Opo. Yes.
Nurse.
At nakatutuwa na hanggang sa panahong ngayon, marami po, halimbawa, marami po nagpapadala sa akin. Akala nila may magagawa ko para sa kanila. Sila daw po ay graduate ng Hotel and Restaurant Management. Sabi ko, uso pa ba ngayon yung ganun kumukuha ng kurso sa Pilipinas? At marami pa bang makukuha silang trabaho? And then they end up, unfortunately, they end up either just doing menial jobs or yung mga clerical jobs and not really attuned to the courses that they took in college or university. Ganon din ba experience niyo sa New York, Ma'am Gemma?
Actually, in connection to the hotel and restaurant management, no, we have kasi a government-to-government program bound for Israel. With that, actually, it's niluluto na kaya lang because of that what happened to Israel. Medyo na-halt tayo, but we are actually naka-queue na siya. It's about, I think, 2,000 according to Ambassador Maki Alberto of Israel. So, pag open na po ng tourism, yung mga ganyan po, G2G, wala pong gastos yun. Of course, the pamasahe, no, the fare going to Israel, that's about it. And I think 5,000 pesos sa POA application. Provided, of course, na meron na silang, ano yan, DDG Lina, NC2, right? From TESDA?
Yes. Yeah, NC2. National Certificate. Level 2. National Certificate.
So binabawi ko po yung sinabi ko kanina. Mali pala yung sinabi ko kanina yung HRM meron pa rin palang demand diyan not only in the country but even in other countries. And pag-usapan po natin yung NC2 Director Lina. Ano po ang ibig sabihin doon?
Ang NC2 ang ibig sabihin niya National Certificate. N stands for National, C stands for Certificate. It's a certificate being awarded to an individual who passed the assessment given by TESDA, no? So yung TESDA para siya yung assessment na kinokonduct ng TESDA, para siya yung board exam na binibigay ng PRC.
Opo.
Yun yung equivalent. And there are different levels. Merong yung lower level NC, nagsisimula yan sa 1. So yun yung mga basic, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5. Kasi nakatapat ito sa PQF, yung Philippine Qualification Framework. Pag medyo mataas na yung NC3, kasi ano yan pwede kang, yung sa ladderized education, kung matatandaan nyo, meron yung ladderized education, ganito ka muna, and then pwede ka magtrabaho, and then balik ka ulit sa school, para ma-achieve mo naman yung NC2, and then pwede ka ulit magtrabaho. And then kung pwede ka na dun sa mga higher qualifications, NC3, NC4, at saka NC5.
Interesting. Yeah, ano po yan, popular po yan kahit na dito sa North America. You know, like, halimbawa ako, meron akong industry certification, meron akong MCSE, meron akong Cisco certification, which are being recognized by potential employers. Ang tanong ko po sa inyo, Ma'am Gemma, na kayo po, you're the one who alluded to NC2, kaya nagkaroon ako ng interest. Yung po bang certification na yan, na galing sa TESDA, are certifications required or recognized by our partner countries doon sa mga deployment ng ating mga OFWs?
Yeah, I think Didi Jelena is best to answer that one. Please go ahead, Didi Jelena.
Yeah, this is the NC or the national certificate is required by many countries around the world. No?
Okay.
Kasi itong nagsasabi that the person being recruited or being hired is prepared or is capable of performing the skills that is required by the job. So yun yung nagpapatunay. So even for domestic workers, an NC2 for domestic workers is also required for them to be able to land a job as domestic worker abroad. So yun yung, it's important for a worker to have the NC because it proves that the person is prepared or is ready to take on the job that is to which he is being hired. No? And then the employer naman, the advantage for the employer is also it is an assurance that the worker is prepared and was assessed that the person can take on the job.
Yeah, so ibig sabihin po kung halimbawa sa kasambahay, marunong na siya mag-operate ng washing machine, marunong na siya mag-operate ng vacuum, marunong na siya mag-turn ng stove.
Yeah, that's true. Kasama yan sa competencies for kasambahay.
Yes. Competency ba?
Operate ng steam iron, no? Yung plancha na steam, no?
Yes.
Yun yung tinuturo sa kanila, and then paano magkabit ng linens, no, sa bed, diba?
But isn't Ma'am Lina, is it also like a prerequisite or mandatory for all our OFWs pagpupuntang abroad? They should have an NC from TESDA, is that correct?
Yeah, it is correct. It's one of the requirements being listed for POEA to issue an OEC. Kung walang NC, most often than not, in most of the qualifications, POEA will not issue an OEC.
Okay.
That's right.
An OEC. Ano naman po yung OEC, Madam Gemma?
It's an overseas employment certificate.
Okay.
So certification yan na link doon sa NC, ganun ba?
Parang prerequisite, parang NC2 muna, and then some other requirements, and then OAC, it's a final thing na makuha mo bago ka makaalis. Of course, included dyan ang contract of employment, job order, those things. And then NC2 and those things, and then the OEC.
Oh, okay. So so libre po ba libre po ba yung yung trainings, pagte-training, ganon?
Lahat ng training sa TESDA ay libre. Sinusuportahan ng gobyerno. We have, kagaya ngayong taon, we have 10.8 billion pesos scholarship funds. Ito yung ginagamit sa training ng mga kababayan natin so that they will be skilled workers. And then aside from the free training, the scholars, the TESDA scholars also receive 160 pesos allowance per day.
Interesting.
So depending on the length or the duration of the training, they will receive 160 pesos per day. Meron din silang 500 pesos na data allowance and 500 pesos na PPE allowance. And they are also insured for a year. Meron silang insurance for 1 year. And then, meron kaming scholarship programs na, kasi iba-iba yung scholarship programs. Merong special training for employment program, merong a training for work scholarship program. So may mga pangalan yung scholarship. Meron kaming yung special training for employment program. It comes with a toolkit. So if you enroll in bread and pastry production, you will receive a set of toolkits. At yung mga toolkits na yon ay binubuo ng yung mixing bowl, meron yung sifter, mga spatula, everything that you need for baking, including an oven.
Wow.
Interesting. Deputy Director Lina, 3 times at least you mentioned the word scholarship. Sino po ang nagko-qualify doon sa mga scholarship program na yan?
Alam mo, ang guiding principle ng TESDA ay TESDA abot lahat. So lahat pwede.
Lahat scholar.
Lahat scholar. Lahat ng gusto mag-aral pwede. Of course, meron tayong mga diploma programs. Pag diploma programs, that means they are planning also to go to college later on. Kailangan natin for that ay graduate ng senior high school. For diploma programs. At saka may plano yung bata na umakyat dun sa ladderized education system natin. Kailangan doon senior high school. But then, there are many programs na hindi naman yun ang gusto nila. Gusto lang nila matutong mag-bake or maggumawa ng pandesal para silang business. Diba? So, since TESDA abot lahat, ang aming guiding principle. Lahat pwede.
Napakagandang programa ng gobyerno. Palagay ko, isa yan sa mga talagang tututukan ng Tinig Pinoy Radio ngayon at saka sa mga future times. Meron po tayong ibang mga comment dito galing sa ating mga nanonood. Sabi niya, good morning daw. Kuya Dan, Dina Brian, si Brims yan. And then si Michelle Preston Ortega, that name sounds familiar. Says good evening. Si Maru Canegamor says good morning daw, Ma'am Dina, Ma'am Lina. Si Dreds Nava Alvarez is with us today. Somebody who is using Facebook user profile account says hello daw sa lahat. And then mahaba itong comment niya. Sabi niya, dito sa Malaysia, the embassy has the research center which is accredited by TESDA. I think it is offering a lot of courses. Actually studied basic home care nursing and public speaking in English daw. Sana nga daw ma-accredited at counted daw yon para magamit. Comment po ninyo, Director Lina.
Meron tayong ilan-ilan na mga training institutions abroad na nabigyan ng accreditation ng TESDA, na pinayagan silang mag-register ng programs nila sa TESDA. Ito ay sa dahilang marami tayong kababayan na nandiyan na dun sa lugar kung nasaan yung training institution nila. And gusto nilang mag-aral, alangan namang uuwi pa sila sa Pilipinas para mag-aral. So, meron tayong ilan. Meron din tayo sa Middle East na pinayagan na mag-register ng program at mag-contact ng training sa mga kababayan natin. Kasi meron tayong mga kababayan na gusto nilang mag-upskill. I-upgrade yung skills nila. So, in-encourage natin yan, yung upskilling. At kung meron naman tayong kababayan na nakita niya, mas malaki ang opportunity sa ibang skill. So, ang tawag naman natin dyan, reskilling, di ba? So, we encourage that.
I see. The more I hear, the more I listen to the explanation about TESDA's programs, the more na bumibilib ako sa agency na ito ng gobyerno. Masyadong practical, and I think a lot of our people benefit from TESDA and its program. Sabi ni Michelle Preston Ortega, bartending daw ang kinuha niya. Okay, I remember Michelle Preston. I think she joined us one day and she talked about TESDA providing her allowances. Wala siyang binayaran kahit na anong fee, and then meron pa siyang allowance na 160 pesos a day. Pero meron siyang nasabi, Director Lina, na hindi daw siya high school graduate. Akala ko po requirement na pagiging high school graduate.
Ay, hindi naman. Sabi ko kanina, kahit hindi high school graduate, pwede.
Na-miss ko yun.
But of course, mga gusto, yung nagpaplano na mag-participate sa ating mga diploma programs, kasi merong mga diploma programs eh. So yan talaga mga high school graduates. And of course, may mga courses na baka mahirapan kung hindi siya high school graduate.
Right.
For example, game development, mga ganyan. Mechatronics, yung parang, di ba, yung ginagamit sa manufacturing, yung
Right.
parang,
Opo.
di ba, yung importante yung mechatronics sa manufacturing, instrumentation, yung mga ganyan. These are highly technical qualifications na mahirapan kung hindi siya high school graduate. Pero yung pagluto, cookery, o gusto mo magluto, I don't think kailangan high school graduate.
Tama po.
And if I may add to that, no, Kuya Dan, actually, depende rin sa country where they're going. For example, yung caregiving na bigay ng TESDA, na NC2 din, they require now a high school graduate. Actually, meron din tayong government-to-government program for Israel na we're about to deploy this coming July, no? Have 500, and then the second batch is also 500 for caregiver. Ang salary nila ay 75,000 a month yan sa pesos.
Nahulog yung baba ni Dina no sinabi mo yung 75,000 pesos.
Yes po. Yes po.
You have a question, Dina?
Yes po. So yung mga ano naman po, yung mga applicants natin, ano ba yung na-certify din sila ng TESDA? Did they go to certification too?
All of them are certified by TESDA.
Okay.
So tama pala yung sinabi ko kanina na talaga nakakabilib ang programa ng TESDA dahil talagang practical Katulad ng binanggit ninyo ngayon, diyan po sa Israel, pwedeng pumasok yung mga graduate ng bartending ng HRM sa Pilipinas dahil meron silang NC or certification galing sa TESDA. At yung mga graduates na yan are not necessarily high school graduates. So depende do sa kurso at saka sa pupuntahan nilang bokasyon.
Okay.
Kasi po dito sa Canada, Director Lina, and I'm sure you're aware of this, both you and Ma'am Gemma, ang requirement po dito ng mga caregiver kahit bago makapasok dito, dapat merong equivalency nung second year university or college level.
Yes.
Yan.
So ano po yung paano po yung hindi na naabutan ng K-12 na
Interesting question. That's a good question.
Kasi dati noon hanggang fourth year ka, tapos nag-iba tayo ng education system. We added, naging hanggang K-12 tayo. Paano yung hindi nakaabot sa K-12?
Yeah, para doon sa mga senior high schools, di ba?
Yeah, actually, no, sa Israel, they at first they parang required at least second year college or K-12. But now they lower it to a high school graduate. So high school graduate na lang, na-change sila dito sa second batch.
I see. So hindi na requirement yung K-12?
Hindi na, sa caregiver lang yon.
I see.
Okay.
Sa caregiver lang yon. Pero sa mga level of industry na medyo mataas ang expectation sa mga empleyado, dapat at least college, second year college student.
Ganun pa ba yan, Ma'am Lina? It should be a second year college or college level? Depende sa course or sa pupuntahan?
Actually, na-encounter ko sa TESDA, puro at least senior high school graduate, parang at least 12 years of education. Yung mga, in most courses, no? But sabi ko nga, depende kasi yan sa requirement ng bata. Kung ang bata o kaya ang mag-aaral sa welding, hindi naman kailangang graduate ka ng high school para matuto ka ng welding.
Okay.
Kaya naman, mga ibang qualifications kagaya ng cookery, pwede naman basta ang kailangan lang makapasa sila sa assessment. Kasi sa assessment hindi lang yun basta papapaglutuin ka, may exam may written exam.
Okay. So kailangan meron ka ring skills sa reading, writing, and
Yeah, the important basic skills. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, we have comments.
Ako nagpa-assess ako Gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo. Nagpa-assess ako para may national certificate din ako. Nag-passes ako sa driving lang muna kasi yun yung alam ko.
Pumasa po ba naman kayo, if I may ask?
Passes ako sa driving. Pero pala akala ko magda-drive lang ako. Yung pala may oral test.
May oral test.
May oral test at may written exam. Kailangan maipasa mo yung oral plus written at kailangan maipasa mo rin yung practical.
Correct.
Ma'am Lina, bakit ang daming requirements pala? Parang, I mean, it's good, no? To really, check sa nag-aaral. Pero pag tatakbong presidente, learn to read and write lang. No? How to read and write. Bakit ganun?
You're nasty, you're naughty, Madam Gemma.
Sabi ko sa Miss Gemma, marami na kaming bundok na inakyat ni Secretary La Peña. Umabot na kami sa Sitio Blit, Lake Cebu, napakalayo. Siguro mga 4 hours bago kami nakarating doon. And then isang napakalayong barangay doon sa Davao de Oro. 3 hours. 3 hours travel yata yun from
Cebu City, from Davao City.
Parang from Nabunturan, almost 2 hours bago kami nakarating doon sa barangay. Parang ikapitong bundok. Hindi naman kami naghanap ng report card. Basta nagbigay na lang kami ng training.
Pasingit lang ako sandali. Actually, mentioning of Davao de Oro, that's my home place actually.
Oh, nice.
Ma'am Lina, we have there 6,000 drug surrenderers and NPA surrenderers. Actually, parang ano pa lang, but we also tap your office kung paano natin itong mga drug surrenderers, of course, giving them hope, na mabigyan natin kasi I understand that there are already programs sa mga grassroots, but I think the information drive sa lahat ay wala pa rin tayo doon, no? So we are really trying to get this 6,000 to have a TESDA training, but I'll tap your office and let's talk about it kung paano natin, can we just go there and I don't know, parang fair, parang training na they'll just fill out and then, but I'll because in a different setting.
Parang gagawin natin dyan, parang enrollment fair.
Right, parang ganun.
Yes. Oo. Para they have something to do, para don't go back to where you are. Do something more. Yeah.
Magandang plano yan. At least makatutulong yan sa attempt ng NTF FLAC na magpuna yung problema.
Kaya,
Maganda po yan. Meron tayong comment dito. Sabi niya, proud TESDA scholar here. TVET program. Yan. Si Amy Berengel Duga-Duga naman is listening from Hong Kong. Hello daw po everyone. Free daw lahat, sabi ni Michelle. Yung Facebook user na nag-comment, I took and passed NC1 when I studied and finished live-in caregiver in the private school in Davao. Yan.
Davao. Kasamahan ko taga Davao.
Taga Davao yan. Taga Davao din po ako.
Tumira din po ako sa Davao dati.
Tignan mo, meron tayong communality, ha? Wow. Small world.
Itira na din ako sa Davao. Pwede pa ako mag-change sa
magpapaampun tayo kay Madam Gemma.
Madam Gemma.
Meron ditong comment ulit, yung Facebook user naman. Yung po mga nagko-comment, para po lumabas yung pangalan ninyo, give permission to StreamYard before you make your comment. Kasi otherwise, hindi po namin malaman kung sino kayo. Anyway, lumalabas dito. Facebook user, sabi niya, ilang units daw ba required for Canada? Planning to apply daw. She has 2 years of nursing course sa Pilipinas, tapos meron din daw sa Malaysia basic home care nursing. Graduate na din siya ng public speaking in English. Pwede ka nang sumaling pwede ka nang kumampanyang presidente ng Pilipinas.
Pwede.
Sinasakyan ko lang yung comment. Ni Ma'am Gemma. Dina, you have a question?
Tawag nito. Halimbawa po, meron akong tailoring shop, tapos gusto kong maging training center para sa TESDA. Can I ask you to ang tawag nito, ang tawag niyan, para mabigyan ako ng accreditation. Thank you po.
Right.
Ano po ang requirement naman kung halimbawa gusto ko magpa-accredit sa inyo? Para halimbawa ako, taga Ilocos ako. Alangan naman na yung mga taga Ilocos pupunta pa sa Maynila para mag-aral.
Meron kaming tinatawag na training regulation. Yung training regulation, yun yung training regulation for every qualification or for every course ay approve yan ng TESDA board. So, doon sa training regulation na yon, nakalagay doon kung gaano kalaki dapat yung area mo, ilan dapat yung makina mo, at ano pa yung dapat na equipment mo na meron ka, na dapat kung kailangan na meron kang CCTV or what. So may listahan ng requirements dun sa training regulation. Yung training regulation naman na yan, na-formulate kasama yung mga experts. So yung TESDA plus yung mga experts sa tailoring, nag-meeting yan in the past, and then ilista nila kung ano yung dapat mong matutunan, ano mga subjects mo dapat, ilang oras dapat. And then at the end of the training regulation, nandun na yung mga kailangang gamit na meron ka. Kasama na nga area, yung floor area nung tailoring mo. At yan lahat makikita sa aming website. If you go to our website, www.tesda.gov.ph, meron dong button, hanapin nyo lang kung saan nyo makikita yung training regulations. So, naka-indicate na doon yung napakaraming training.
Okay. Kailangan ko rin po bang mag-produce ng safety policy and procedure na aking school?
Yeah, merong mga ganon, hahanapan ka ng fire safety certificate. Pag wala kang fire safety certificate, hindi ka tatanggapin. Siyempre, kailangan mo ng mayor's permit, yung mga ganon. At saka kung corporation ka, kailangan mong magbigay ng yung SEC registration, no? So yung mga kailangan pag magre-register ng business.
Okay.
Ganon. Kasi you actually you are registering a school, di ba?
These are interesting things, ano? Director Lina, ang TESDA po sa akin palagay talagang kapaki-pakinabang. Pwede po bang malaman kung ilang taon na ngayon ang TESDA in operation?
Ang TESDA law, pinasa noong 1994. So, magto 27 years na kami this year. But kung matatandaan natin, bago naging TESDA yan, National Manpower Youth Council siya.
Oh, diba? Yung pala yung National Manpower.
In the 70s, di ba? Merong NMYC in the 70s.
Yes, I remember. Okay. We're learning something.
Kaya yung building ng TESDA, if you look at it, if you look at it, it's an inverted pyramid.
Right, opo.
Sabi niya, nasa taas naman yung mga workers, di ba?
Ma-add ko lang, Ma'am Lina, no, I work with NMYC. I was the youngest secretary then.
Oh, wow.
Talaga?
Nice.
Small world, yes.
Small world.
I was the youngest secretary when I was there.
No wonder you're pretty close. No wonder you're very close to our mga OFWs at ating mga manggagawa. Kudos to you, Ma'am Gemma. Pagpatuloy
may connection talaga.
Yeah. May connection talaga. Meron po akong tanong. Although walang kinalaman dun sa TESDA directly. Meron pong nag-comment dito sa atin. Nagpadala po ng message sa akin. Sabi niya, kadarating lang daw niya sa Pilipinas, Ma'am Gemma. At siya po ay tuwang-tuwa dahil pagdating daw po niya sa Pilipinas ay sinalubong siya ng OWA, binigyan siya ng food pack at saka ng tubig. Pagkatapos, ginawan pa ng paraan na magkaroon ng load siya para sa internet connection. Not at his expense, but at the expense of the Coast Guard and OWA. Hindi ko alam bakit involved ang Coast Guard. Tapos sabi niya, dinala daw siya sa isang 5-star hotel, like Heritage Hotel, na malapit sa airport. So he's really very thankful and he wants to pass this message sa OWA at saka sa Philippine Coast Guard. Sabi niya, ang galing po nila, saludo. Ma'am Gemma, comment po ninyo.
Yes. Actually, no, in connection to that, 25 years akong nawala sa Pilipinas. And to be honest, I don't feel that there is a government, Philippine government then. I'm just being honest. Nung umupo na si President Duterte, talagang pinapil niya sa lahat ng OFWs, not only overseas Filipinos as well, that he is there as our president na tutulungan talaga tayo. And if you notice now, TESDA pa lang yan, meron pa tayong ibang agencies na talagang nagta-touch base sa ating mga Pilipino para tumulong. And ewan ko kung kailan kayo nakauwi, but if you see Philippines now, it's so improved. And, you will this is the first time you can really say, I'm proud to be Filipino wherever you are.
Yeah,
So
you're right
that's the
there.
program.
Yeah.
Yung sinasabi mo na OWA, that's really the program, the mandate of our president. Of course, binababa ni Secretary Bello ng DOLE, and of course, binababa doon sa OWA. So, kudos to Admin Kakdak.
Yeah, maraming salamat po. In
Thank
fact,
you.
we are familiar with Admin Hans Kakdak. He was a guest in one of our segments before, and he's one of the most respected public officials diyan sa Pilipinas. At ako po, umuwi ako diyan for the last 5 years. Every year umuwi ako, maliban last year. Actually, no,
okay.
maliban this year, because I was there also last year. I was there from January to February. And I can attest to that. Tama po yung sabi ninyo, napakalaki ng pagbabago kumpara noong before Mr. Duterte came to power. I'm not endorsing Mr. Duterte nor his personality. Yung pong gobyerno niya at kung ano nagawa niya, ang sinasabi kong commendable. Meron tayo rito, yung pala na po,
dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi ni Miss Gemma.
sige po.
Meron din kaming kasamang TESDA personnel doon sa Malasakit desk sa airport.
Opo.
Para bigyan naman sila ng information kung anong gusto nilang kuning kurso just in case gusto nilang mag-aral. So kasama rin, katabi sila ng COA, meron silang mga doon, flyers.
Parang reception table ng TESDA.
Yeah.
Pero hindi po ba
Yes.
hindi po ba, Ma'am Lina, yung Malasakit ay hindi kasama ng TESDA? Malasakit is a center or is a facility. In fact, I think that is Senator Bongo's project, di po ba? Na nagpa-facilitate para sa mga nangangailangan ng assistance. So, centralized na lahat. Tama ba ang understanding ko niyan?
Kahit saan may Malasakit desk So doon sa airport merong Malasakit desk din. Hindi lang siya sa hospital. Diba? Hindi lang naman sa hospital yung mga Malasakit desk. So yung Malasakit desk, minaman ng mga representatives ng government agencies.
Okay.
So,
it is like a one-stop shop for all the needs of Filipinos, kind of.
Is it like for renewing passport or
Everything?
getting an NBI clearance? Ganon po ba yun?
That I do not know. That one. Ganyan ba? Parang hindi masyado.
Wala yung mga for renewing passport. Yun lang mga immediate assistance kagaya sa airport.
Okay.
Sinasalubong
Okay.
and then actually meron kaming partnership with Globe na binibigyan sila ng bagong SIM card so that kung gusto nila mag-enroll sa TESDA, meron kasi kaming TESDA app, kasi dun sa TESDA app, makikita mo dun yung, if you are a returning basta, if you are an OFW, you can click this button, sabing gano'n, and then you can immediately enroll. Meron kaming ganyang feature sa aming TESDA app. Dedicated to OFWs, yes.
Maraming salamat po.
Sabi ni President Duterte sa amin, talaga TESDA, alagaan nyo ang mga OFWs. Kaya
galing talaga.
OFW desk sa lahat ng mga TESDA.
Nakatutuwa namang malaman yan, Kasi po, ang Tinig Pinoy, halimbawa, ang inyong lingkod, ang advocacy po talaga ay ang mga OFW. And we've been doing this for the last 28 years. Magto-29 na kami sa November. And I stand corrected doon sa understanding ko ng Malasakit. Salamat po sa pagpapaliwanag. Akala ko dati para sa mga hospital requirements lang yung Malasakit. So, I stand corrected. Para po doon sa mga benefit ng ating mga OFW, pakinggan po yung sinabi ni Director Lina tungkol doon sa availability ng TESDA app. Okay? So kung narinig po ninyo yun, paano po nila mada-download yung app na yun, Director Lida, yung TESDA app?
They can download the TESDA app sa Google Play Store o kaya sa Apple Store, di ba?
Okay.
Doon. So, hanapin na nila yung TESDA app. And then
Uh-huh.
they can download it and then madali na. They can easily navigate. Pwede na sila mag-enroll. Just indicate the correct telephone number para ma-contact talaga kayo ng mga provincial offices namin.
I see.
And that's also for free, no, Ma'am Lina? That's also
Yes.
for free.
Meron
Free
kami
download,
pala online program. We have a TESDA online program for those who are not here or who would want to learn various skills in the comforts of their homes.
Yeah.
So we have 100 courses in the TESDA online program. So kahit nasaan, sa ang lupalop ng mundo, pwede sila mag-enroll. Meron pwede kang huminto, you can pause and then continue later on. Kunwari, magsasaing ka or magluluto ka, then you can stop and then resume after when you have the time. And then there's a test at the end of the course. When you pass the test, you will have a certificate of attendance, and then the certificate you can either print or save it for future reference.
I
Yan.
see. Well, maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat po sa information na yan. More than ever, palagay ko, yung kurso na yan, the one that you alluded to, online free course ng TESDA is more practical and applicable sa current times. So, doon po sa mga gusto, halimbawa, dati-rati, nagtatayo pa ang TESDA ng mga offices nila for training ng ating mga kababayan nasa Middle East na gustong, let's say, mag-upgrade o mag-aral ng ibang skills. You don't have to go there anymore. You can do it online. Tama po ba yun, Deputy Director Lina?
Yeah. Tama yan. They can do it online at mas comfortable para sa mas madali para sa kanila dahil they can just do it. And then meron kaming partnership sa Globe if they want to use their cell phones and Globe subscribers sila, hindi sila i-charge ng data basta pumunta sila sa TESDA online program.
Oh, wow.
Nice. So again, ulitin po natin yan. Kung kayo po ay subscriber ng Globe at gusto ninyong mag-avail ng program na ito, ng online free course ng TESDA, just be sure that you're using the TESDA program and the data charges that is usually charged by your phone provider won't be charged to you this time. Wow. So,
free
sana po matandaan yan. Free yan. So, sa TESDA po, walang binabayaran dyan. Kasi there was a time when I was talking to someone, she was saying, talking to someone, that somebody requested me for some money and I sent that somebody about 7,000 pesos kasi kailangan daw niya sa course niya sa TESDA. So, medyo sumama ang loob ko nung malaman ko na wala palang ganon.
Kasi sabi kasi yung iba meron daw bayad. So
wala talagang bayad yan nung gusto nating ipaalam sa lahat.
Kahit ano pong kurso, ganon?
Libre at walang bayad. Kung meron maningil, if there are schools that will charge anything, they should tell us para isuspend natin yung program ng school na yan. Kasi gusto ko lang ding ipaalam sa lahat na hindi lahat ng courses na ino-offer ng TESDA ay kayang i-offer ng mga TESDA schools. Meron kami mga partner na private technical and vocational institutions. So, yung mga yon, kung naka-register ang program sa amin at meron silang mga estudyante, we download the funds, the scholarship funds, to the private vocational institution.
Okay, well, I don't know if I should be corrected with that comment earlier. Lumalabas dito, and I remember now, she gave me information from that private institution na nag-offer ng TESDA course. So, tama ba na chinarjan siya dahil private institution yon, or taking from what you said now, yung institution na yan was paid by TESDA for offering that course?
So, dapat hindi na nila china-charge yung student.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go back to that person and I'm gonna tell her to get in touch with TESDA para ibigay niya yung ano na yan dahil mukhang chinarjan siya. Okay.
But of course, gusto ko lang linawin na merong hindi lahat ng courses nila ay sinusuportahan ng TESDA. Kunwari, hindi naman kayang suportahan lahat ng mga estudyante. So, meron sigurong mga kalahati or depende sa available na funds ang susuporta natin sa eskwelahan na yan. Kaya gustong-gusto naming ipaalam lagi, kung TESDA talaga ang nag-support sa kanila, dapat malaman ng mga bata na they are TESDA scholars and that we would want those students, those scholars to wear TESDA shirts, mga ganun ba? Kasi minsan nando kami sa isang hotel, kasama ko si Secretary La Peña at saka yung iba pang opisyalis ng TESDA. Pero mga waiters, no, nagsiserve ng food. Before the pandemic to, ilan yung lumalapit sa amin, tinanong namin, graduate pa kayo ng TESDA? Scholar ba kayo ng TESDA? Wala kaming kahit isang na-encounter na scholar ng TESDA. So baka scholar sila ng TESDA pero hindi nila alam at baka chinards din sila. So merong mga pagkakataon na pwede rin yung school dahil hindi enough yung funds na binigay ng TESDA sa kanila. Baka yung TESDA funds ay enough only for 5 batches. Pero yung nag-enroll sa kanila ay 10 batches. So meron silang 4 batches na baka naningil sila.
I see.
Dapat ini-inform nila sa inyo, siguro.
Importante po, mga kaibigan nanonood ngayon, na yung information na yan ay gamitin ninyo na maayos. Ano po yung sinasabi ngayon ni Director Alina. Meron ako itatanong, hindi tungkol sa TESDA directly, Ma'am Gemma. Meron pong nagre-request sa amin dito na i-feature naman daw yung mga OFWs natin sa China. Wala po, hindi po allowed, ban sa China ang Facebook. Meanwhile, ang TINIG Pinoy TalakBayan po is also being watched via YouTube. Palagay po ba ninyo we can facilitate a program like that to talk about and to talk to our OFWs in China?
Actually, no. We are ngayon lockdown on China, but we have actually mga OFWs or OFs bound for China. It's about 400 of them. Inaantay lang natin na mag-open ang China. There are actually most of them engineers, teachers, karamihan talaga teachers na kasi naka-zoom namin ito ni Secretary Bello requesting sana to facilitate na kung mag-okay ang China. But of course, we can only request because that's not our jurisdiction. But until now, hindi pa rin sila nag-o-open. But kung sabihin mo, gusto mong, I think we can facilitate that. Kasi kung mag-zoom kami, may mga China na mag-onboard eh.
Opo. Yeah. Maganda. Kasi po yan, it has been a constant request kasi gusto daw nilang malaman kung ano ba talaga ang kalagayan ng mga OFW sa China. At yung iba naman na gusto rin magtrabaho sa China, gusto nilang malaman if our kababayans there are being treated fairly, considering what seems to be the animosities between the Filipinos back home at saka against China. So gusto na po nilang malaman if there is an element of safety.
Pero in fairness, no, Kuya Dan, I think our OFWs are treated well in China.
Yes.
Very well.
Okay.
There's no complaint. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Salamat po. Kasi the other week, we had a session with our OFWs in India, and it was a very cordial meeting and discussion, although kukunti naman pala ang ating mga OFWs sa India. Okay, so yung palang nag-comment kanina tungkol dun sa siya graduate, nakakuha na ng 2 years ng nursing, gusto niya magpunta sa Canada, nag-aral na rin siya sa Malaysia. Siya pala ay si Shine Tangonan. Okay, sinagay po niya rito. Sir Dan, it's me, Shine, who's commenting. Doon po sa tanong niya kanina, palagay ko hindi siguro jurisdiction ng TESDA yan, Shine. I think you qualify as far as the requirements of Canada for caregivers. So you just have to apply. Meron ba kayong G2G with Canada similar to Israel para sa deployment ng OFWs? Ma'am Gemma?
Not that I know of for Canada, but I know that we have a hiring of nurses. I'm just not sure if it's a G2G. So far kasi, ang G2G natin is more so in Israel
I see.
and
Okay.
Germany. Nurses
Ayan,
from
Germany.
sana po i-explore natin yung dito sa Canada na G2G kasi dito po talagang may shortage po ng ng caregiving sa mga nursing home, mga may shortage po talaga dito.
I think
Sa
no, what I've learned, no, being the consultant of Dole, I think Dole really explore government to government programs sa lahat almost sa karamihan ng ating international counterpart. But some countries are not just so open to it.
I
So,
see.
yeah.
sana kasi
Kaya
ang dami
ganun ang
nating
nangyayari.
nurses.
But
Oo.
our government is trying and they're having initiative to explore those government to government.
Please kasi yung pamangkin ko sa Singapore na nursing graduate sa atin pero nursing aid lang ang trabaho sa Singapore sa nursing home and you know,
Ang alam ko
parang
nga yung open natin na government to government for nurses is Germany. They're open now.
okay.
Good. That's
Sabihin ko
good
sa
news.
kanila, silang mag-asawa po, nursing graduate pero sa nursing aid lang sa Singapore.
Yeah.
So-
Ma'am Gemma, tungkol sa
Yes,
mga nursing requirements outside the Philippines, there was a time when I read na merong limitasyon ang DOLE sa deployment. I think like 5,000 lang na nurses ang inaalaw ng Pilipinas na makalabas. Tama po ba yan?
that's correct. Actually, they have this 5,000 cap for nurses. But
Opo.
a few days ago, Zoom namin, there is a request also. Of course, ang sa nurses ngayon, exempted dyan ang UK. So, and then the Germany is also following for a request na maging exempted at sila. But this week, Secretary Bello will discuss it with the IETF. I think it will be Thursday to increase the cap not only 5,000. Ang sabi nila, as soon as they know that pwede naman na i-increase or even lift pag-aralan daw po ng IATF. So those are already naka-queue na rin, no, because ang dami ring affected. Actually, nung Zoom namin kahapon, merong 24 nurses na ang kulang na lang ay OAC. So pinagbigyan yung nurses going to Qatar. Pinagbigyan yun ni Secretary Bello. Kung OEC na lang daw ang kulang, then why not? Even if naka 5,000 cap na. So, merong mga ganong situation.
Okay. May exemption. Yeah.
Salamat po sa information, Ma'am Gemma. Although hindi ito directly related sa TESDA, gusto ko pong sundan pa ng isang katanungan yan. Sa kasalukuyan po, may naririnig tayo at nababasa sa dyaryo na may kakulangan din ng nurses sa ating mga ospital sa Pilipinas. Paano po yan pag tinanggal na yung cap ng deployment abroad? Hindi po ba lalong magkakaroon ng shortage sa ating mismong bansa ng mga nurses?
That's really a fact, no, na meron ding kakulangan, but also a fact that mas malaki ang offer ng sweldo sa abroad kesa dito sa Pilipinas. But our lawmakers are working on it na mag-increase din ang sweldo ng ating nurses because it is just a humane thing. Of course, they will go for a greener pasture. So, hindi rin naman nila pwedeng ma-hold yun because that's just a right of a person.
Yes. We cannot blame people from looking for better, remuneration. Pero dapat din isipin natin yung kapakanan ng ating bansa.
Yeah, so siguro bigyan rin natin sila ng option if they want to stay home with their families.
Yeah, okay. So, ang pagtataas ng sweldo isa sa mga paraan para ang mga graduate ng nursing courses sa Pilipinas ay manatili. Balik po tayo sa TESDA. Ngayon pong meron ng free online courses, yung kurso kapareho ng nabanggit ninyo kanina, Ma'am Lina, po pwedeng at the leisure, at the pleasure of the enrollee. Tama po ba yun?
Yes,
So, hindi. Okay. I see.
Pero hindi lahat, yung yung talagang regular courses na later on pwede mong gamitin sa national certificate. iba yung mga courses kasi short courses lang yung nasa TESDA online program. So yun, makikredit yun. Yung certificate po doon, makikredit when you take the regular TESDA courses, kagaya ng bread and pastry production. So may makukuha ka lang doon na isang module or dalawang module.
Okay.
So hindi siya equivalent dun sa regular courses ng TESDA.
Oh, I see. So
Pero may
marami.
mga credits lang. It's credits. Makikredit siya when you
Okay.
take a full TESDA course.
Okay. Para kasama yung practical doon. Parang theory.
Yeah. That's true.
Parang theory lang.
Yeah.
And then when you enroll full course, yung practical, you
Yeah.
continue with it para kumpleto.
Right. Kasi karamihan naman ngayon ng mga mag-aaral ay nasa online pa dahil nga sa problema ng physical distancing and in order to also avoid contracting the virus.
Yes.
Pero
yung mga regular courses ng TESDA, over and above the TESDA online program, we have regular courses which we deliver via yung flexible learning delivery. When we say flexible learning, pwede siyang online ang kalahati at face-to-face ang kalahati. So it depends. So this is over and above the TESDA online program. Yung TESDA online talaga kasi is for credits. So may mga courses doon na yung, for example, sa college, kailangan mo sa first year para matapos mo yung first year, dapat may college algebra ka. So, kukuha ka ng, pag mag-college ka talaga, hindi mo na siya uulitin. So, nandun na kasi siya sa TESDA online program. But it's different when we talk about regular TESDA courses. Kunwari, bread and pastry production, no? Ito yung isa sa mga popular courses sa TESDA Bread and pastry, may portion doon na theory and then meron face-to-face at kasama yun sa number of hours.
Right. Kasi hindi naman po pwedeng i-theory lang yung kung paano talaga i-operate yung mga oven, yung mga ganitong bagay. Yeah.
May practical talaga siya.
Yeah.
Application. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, there are so many questions we'd like to ask, but so far the basic ones have been answered by Ma'am Lina. Katulad nung sino po pwede mag-enroll sa TESDA, kahit sino po, basta kayo ay merong high school graduate or kung hindi kayo high school graduate, at least you meet the required skills or competency na sinet ng TESDA. Meron din po yung scholarship program nila, hindi po yung scholarship na kailangan mataas ang grado ninyo. Hindi po yun ang kahulugan ng scholarship program ng TESDA. So, libre ba ang TESDA? Ang sagot po ni Ma'am Lina, libre yan. Wala kayong babayaran. Pero kung kayo, halimbawa, ay involved sa isang TESDA program in a private institution, meron pong konting kaibahan ng usapan dyan. You have to consult TESDA on this one bago kayo sumubo. Paano mag-enroll sa TESDA? Nabanggit na rin po yan kanina ni Ma'am Lina. Hindi yata natin napag-usapan. Paano nga ba mag-enroll sa TESDA, Ma'am Lina?
Pwede silang pumunta sa aming website, www.tesda.gov.ph, at meron very simple 3-step enrollment, no?
Excellent.
Or they can go to any TESDA office.
Okay.
At mag-enroll sila face-to-face.
Okay. Given the lockdown conditions mostly in the Philippines, open po ba yung mga TESDA offices ninyo?
Yes, open kami. Open lahat ng TESDA offices dahil alam mo, sa panahon ng pandemya, nakita namin na talagang napaka-importante ng role ng TESDA. Kailangan nating suportahan ang ating gobyerno sa food security goals nito. Diba? Kaya kami ang priority sector namin, agriculture, agri-fishery. Kasi tutulungan natin yung Department of Agriculture na i-promote yung agri-fishery para meron tayong sariling pagkain. We should produce our own food. And then support to the build program of the administration. Yes.
Sama kayo sa food security,
Maraming salamat po for pointing out na yung ating agriculture industry ay dapat mabigyan ng pansin, hindi lamang sa pamamagitan ng pag-i-import ng mga required required food. I don't want to talk about that at this point. That's another subject for discussion. Okay, we only have a minute before we say goodbye to our listeners. For now, our thanks to Ma'am Lina, Deputy Director General of TESDA, for allowing us and sharing her time para mapag-usapan natin dito ang TESDA at ang mga biyayang dulot nito sa ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Nasa ang parig ng mundo kayo naroon sa kasalukuyan dahil po sa availability ng TESDA and its wonderful programs, which I find really exciting and very, very practical. At siyempre kay Madam Gemma Soto, who's a consultant of DOLE, for always connecting us to the right party so we can bring to the attention of our listeners and members ang mga programa ng gobyernong nakatutulong sa marami. Maraming salamat po. We'd like to ask you now for your message to our kababayans, Madam Lina.
First of all, I would like to thank you for giving TESDA the opportunity to be a participant in this conversation. Malaking bagay ito sa amin. So maraming salamat. And of course, sa ating mga kababayan, saan man kayong panig ng mundo, ang TESDA ay naririto para tumulong, para talagang ma-address natin yung mga skills mismatch, matulungan ang ating mga kababayan na magkaroon ng tama at sapat na kaalaman para maging handa sila sa anumang trabaho na available para sa kanila. And you can, for all the OFWs, just download the TESDA app via Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and then you can easily navigate. There is a certain portion there dedicated to our OFWs, and you can enroll in that particular platform, and our provincial offices will contact you as soon as possible.
Maraming salamat po, Deputy Director General ng TESDA, Madam Lina Sarmiento.
Maraming
salamat po. Kay Madam Gemma Soto naman, consultant ng DOLE, the word is yours. The microphone is yours, sorry.
Thank you. I would like to also inform everyone sa mga nakikinig na we will have a program. With the PNP naman ito, tinatawag na Global PCR, International and Local Help Desk. Sa abroad po, you can go with your police attaches, at kung nasa
mukhang nag-crash ang connection ni
Freeze. Yeah.
Ma'am Gemma.
Saan kayo na lugar. So, it's a program of the PNP para sa ating mga OFWs. Abangan po ninyo, and also if any concerns, please PM us or United Filipino Global, or PM me directly. We will do our best effort to help.
Yeah, maraming salamat po, Madam Gemma Soto, United Filipino Global. And to my partner today, how about it? There you go.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Gemma at saka Ma'am Lina, sa pag-unlak sa aming invitasyon, at sana sa mga nakikinig, marami tayong natutuhan ngayong araw na ito, at sa mga OFW pa, samantalihin po ninyo ang pagkakataon na ito. Magandang pagkakataon para sa ating lahat. Yeah. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.
There you go. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Dina. Maraming salamat, Madam Gemma. Maraming salamat, Madam Lina. At sa inyo po lahat ng mga nakikinig sa kasalukuyan, samahan po nyo kaming muli sa susunod na linggo dito sa TalakBayan sa TINIG Pinoy Radio. Maraming salamat po. God bless us all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Ma'am Lina, thank you so much.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.